Hello and welcome to this episode of the SELFSEED podcast, where we delve into the various aspects of personal growth and development. This podcast is brought to you by aussi Outdoor and Sporting Goods Company, and today we are going to discuss the importance of mindfulness, a powerful tool for enhancing our lives in numerous ways. Welcome. So first, let's understand mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment or distraction. It can be a powerful tool for reducing stress, increasing focus, and improving overall well-being. By becoming more aware of our thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the moment, we can gain a greater sense of control of our lives and improve our ability to handle life's challenges. So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a church service or a meeting and suddenly your mind wanders off, especially after one thing was mentioned by the speaker or when you were just looking at the person? Well, we have all had that moment in our days, and that's why I want us to learn this concept of mindfulness so that we may gain control of our lives and be able to handle what comes along the way. There are 4 different types of mindfulness that can be practiced. The first foundation is mindfulness of the body. Mindfulness of the body is a practice for cultivating loyalty, the quality we need to stay in relationship even though we go through ups and downs. So it literally involves focusing on sensations to root yourself in your body, in the here and now. You may practice mindfulness of the body by performing structured mindfulness exercises such as body scan meditation or sitting meditation. The second foundation of mindfulness is the mindfulness of feelings, because feelings are the quality of emotions or physical sensations. So mindfulness of feelings involves observing and labeling thoughts, feelings, and sensations in the body in an objective manner. Now, the other foundation of mindfulness that we can practice is the mindfulness of the mind, where it involves noticing what's happening in the present moment without judgment. So you might take notice and be aware of your mind. But the other one is the mindfulness of Dharma. It is a practice that is grounded in mindfulness of the breath in the body, feelings, and thoughts, and the impermanence of these 3 out of the 4 foundations of mindfulness. So you may practice the mindfulness of the body, where you stay in connection, focus on the sensation of your body in the here and now, understanding your body from the toes to the head, for example. Body scanning, meaning from the toes to the head. You connect yourself with the body, understanding what's happening to your body. Or you can do we can practice the mindfulness of feelings. Or more better, we can practice the mindfulness of the mind. Now, let's see the benefits of mindfulness. There are countless benefits to practicing mindfulness, including reducing stress, increased focus, and productivity, and generally improved physical health. If you're at the gym, you will discover that you enjoy your workouts if you're fully immersed into that moment, rather than when you are thinking about other things like your troubles or whatever the thing is, other things. And the same can be said when you're praying. You find effectiveness of a prayer only if you shut other noises in your mind and focus on the purity of your interaction with God. Isn't that the one side of why most of us seek to effectively practice meditation? So that we may constantly shut everything else and only hear the connection to your Creator, the connection to the moment, where you shut every other noise and you just want to your mind to be quiet for a moment, and that you can pay attention to what's happening to your mind. So mindfulness can also help to improve relationships by increasing empathy and understanding, and by fostering greater self-awareness and self-compassion. So it is a tool to avoid self-criticism and judgment while identifying and managing difficult emotions. Mindfulness helps to bring the better self, the better person. Because in today's world, we are so distracted by many things that we don't get to really hear what our minds, we don't really get the chance to control what we think, how we react to our environments, what we feel. So practicing mindfulness can help us foster good relationships with people, because when you understand what type of feeling is coming and why is it coming and how to deal with it, meaning you can better be you will better have a better ability to deal with the people around you. You'll have a better ability to control how you react to situations. Sometimes I remember sometimes when I'm having conversations or I'm just around my friends, I tend to be lost in space, and sometimes I just end up being in my mind thinking, apart from actually thinking about other things, or I just saw something and it just gets into my mind and I have to think about it, and I forget about the space that I am in at that exact moment. So sometimes my friends, my closest people, my family, they tend to ask me, what's wrong? And it's really that I do not have a clear answer, because I am lost and I even don't know where my mind is exactly. But whenever after learning how to practice mindfulness, there were times that when I am lost in space, I just get the memory, I just get the energy to remind myself that, okay, you know what, we need to be back in this exact moment, and why is my mind wandering off? So I'm able to, with mindfulness, with practicing mindfulness and having constant times of mindful meditations, I'm having the ability to understand or know when is my mind wandering off, and trying to revive it, trying to bring it back to that moment. So it has helped me in many ways to how I live with people, how I interact with the friends, my cycles. And so mindfulness just has been beneficial to me, to my relationships, because it has increased empathy and understanding, and it has made me more self-aware and self-compassionate. Now, how can we incorporate mindfulness into our lives? One of the best ways is to set aside a few minutes each day for more formal mindful practice, such as mindfulness meditation. This is, you can accomplish this by finding a quiet spot where you can just sit and meditate. Focus on the present moment. Breathe deeply and pay attention to your breath, or focus on the sensations in your body. Pay attention and become more aware of the world around you. Observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Switch off autopilot and just concentrate on one thing at a time. Bring your attention back whenever your mind starts to wander. And yet, another effective way to cultivate mindfulness is to create a sacred place, a sacred place where you can go to relax and unwind. It may also be accompanied by engaging in activities that require your full attention, such as cooking, gardening, or simply taking a walk in nature, which all are my favorite things to do. So this is just a few ways to help you practice mindfulness, meaning being attention. Just be aware of what's happening around you. Be aware of how your mind wanders off. Know when your mind wanders off and learn to control. Bring it back. Bring your attention back. And just do not have many things at the same time. Just try to concentrate at one thing at a time. One thing at a time. As they like to say, laying one brick at a time. Because in that way, then this will help you when you focus on the present moment, when you pay attention to how your body, the sensations of your body, when you're aware of what's happening around you. You may notice bigger things that you're capable of doing, that you're capable of achieving, only if you give yourself, you empower your mind, you empower your body, you empower your feelings to be attentive to how you want them to be. Like any other habit, it takes time and effort to make mindfulness a regular part of our lives. But with little patience and persistence, it can become a powerful tool for enhancing our lives in numerous ways. So just be sure to carve out time each day to practice mindfulness. And don't be discouraged if it takes time to become a habit. First, decide why you want to practice mindfulness. Then set achievable goals. Choose a regular time to practice mindfulness. Then find a space where you can practice mindfulness without distractions. It can be your private room. It can be your room, the quiet moment. You can find a place in nature where it's very quiet without disturbances, and just practice in a regular basis. Try to practice mindfulness. It's not a religion. It's not a matter of what. It's just about you being able to tame your mind, being able to tame your thoughts, tame your feeling, understanding what's happening in the moment. Then pick a realistic length of time for your mindfulness practice. Do not be delusional. Don't take just because you heard online, but choose a realistic length of time that you can practice mindfulness. Because then if you choose a longer time, then your mind might just wander off. Then if you choose a shorter time, you might not achieve the taming of your thoughts and your feelings and understanding your body. Then just choose a realistic length of time to practice mindfulness. Create a challenge for you to stay motivated. Set a goal. Challenge yourself to break your limits, break your record. Just challenge yourself so that you may continuously stay motivated. But also identify your tendency to avoid practicing mindfulness and find ways to overcome it. Any excuse, identify any excuse that you try to make when it comes to practicing mindfulness and try to get rid of it. Try to fight it. It may be that you choose an excuse saying, I'm always busy. You always have time. Everyone can spare time for something that they love, for something that they like. So just choose, understand what's preventing you from practicing mindfulness and get rid of it so that you may start practicing mindfulness and you may see the better results. You may see the better version of you, and you may see even the better version of you amongst others. Most importantly, be patient with yourself. Don't overwhelm yourself and don't give up if you miss a day. Remember to try the 21/90 rule, which is my favorite rule. And it clearly explains that, it clearly illustrates that it just takes 21 days to create a habit, and it takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. So challenge yourself to reach the 21 days of understanding what you're feeling each moment, understanding your thoughts, understanding your mind, understanding your body. And in 21 days, it will become a habit. And after 90 days, it will become a lifestyle. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the SELFSEED podcast. Remember, mindfulness is a powerful tool for improving our lives. So be sure to incorporate it into your daily routine. Until next time, keep growing and keep exploring the wonders of mindfulness. Bye.